Collectivism in soccer. Soccer is a major part of many people's lives, and there are over 240 million registered players worldwide, according to the article Sports Industry, a Research Guide. However, there are two teams that people play on, an individualist team and a collectivist team. Collectivism leads to team stability, peace, access to help, efficiency, and selflessness, while can also lead to an abandonment of personal goals, lack of change, and inequality of work. Individualism leads to self-sufficiency, independence, and uniqueness, while it can also lead to lower emotional competence, higher stress, and poor mental health. Nevertheless, this presentation will argue that a collectivist mindset on a soccer team would increase peace and unity on the team, promote selflessness and altruism, and motivate the team to achieve collective goals. The study Trust Propensity Across Cultures, the Role of Collectivism, by Stanford Westjohn, tests how collectivism influences an individual's willingness to trust others on a team. The study found that a collectivist mindset leads to greater trust towards team members, but others sharing the values is also important. Therefore, all members of the team must share collectivist values if trust is to grow the most efficiently. The article Creating Good Citizens and Maintaining Religious Harmony in Singapore by Charlene Tan, PhD in Psychology, states that the, quote, principle of religious harmony ensures relative peace and religious tolerance. On a soccer team, peace and harmony ensure there's a relative tolerance and acceptance of each member's unique skill set. According to the article, the cultural evolutionary trade-off of ritualistic synchrony, which is part of the stimulus material, quote, synchrony can increase cohesion, cooperation, and coordination between group members. This can relate to the necessary synchrony on a soccer team, which also increases cohesion, cooperation, and coordination, which serve as the basis for the values of peace and unity. Shifting to the concept of selflessness and altruism, the study Altruism and Collectivism, an exploratory study in 4 cultures, found that conditions in Samoa and Nepal were linked to collectivism, which was also linked to selfless tendencies. Relating this concept to soccer, the social conditions on a team would be the product of collectivism and selflessness. Continuing with the concept of selflessness, the study Individualism, Collectivism, and Nations as Moderators of the Job Satisfaction, Organizational, Citizenship, Behavior Relationship in the United States, China, and Kuwait by Othman Akudar argues that employees with collectivist mindset are more likely to care about the team interest than those with individualist mindset. This directly relates to soccer because team members who are collectivists care more about the team interest than those who are individualists. Moving to the argument about achieving team goals. The article, The Effect of Team Collectivism on Performance and Citizenship Behavior, the mediating role of peer procedural justice, discovered that a collectivist mindset is positively correlated with team task performance, which means a group mindset on a soccer team would increase task performance towards group goals. Adding to the study the effect of team empowerment on team performance, the combination of collectivism and team empowerment would increase knowledge spreading within a group and decrease intragroup conflict, which would help a soccer team because sharing more knowledge and decreasing group conflict would help it achieve its team goal. Adding to this idea of achieving group goals, the study the role of individual cultural values and value congruence. Team members with collectivist values who endorsed higher levels of team orientation also had higher levels of uncertainty avoidance. This means that teams with a collectivist mindset are less likely to put themselves in risky and unpredictable situations, which means they're more likely to achieve the team outcome, or the ideal team goal. The book Democracy in America, which is part of the stimulus material, states that, quote, if men are to remain civilized or to become so, the art of associating together must grow. This idea relates to soccer because if the team has become more civilized or peaceful and selfless, they must associate together and become a team. Although collectivism can enhance a team's ability to achieve team goals, there is one major negative aspect. According to the article, What is Collectivism? Its Pros and Cons and Difference from Individualism, quote, one mistake or bad decision by a single individual affects everyone else in the group. On a soccer team, this is very apparent because one mistake can cost the game or one mistake could cause a goal. However, this claim can be refuted. According to the article, perseverance counts, but consistency does not. Validating the short grit scale in a collectivist setting, perseverance is destined to be in a collectivist group with a good well-being. This idea of perseverance would allow a soccer team to pick itself back up and work back towards group goals. A great example of this is in the 2016 European Championship between Portugal and France. Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal's star player, was injured in the 25th minute. Despite this, Portugal's collectivist mindset allowed them to persevere, and they scored a goal in the 109th minute to win the game. Looking over the whole tournament, it is apparent that teams with a collectivist mindset perform better than teams comprised of whole. They had a lot of high-quality players who were individualist in nature. Overall, these examples support the main argument that a collectivist mindset increases peace and unity on the team, promotes selflessness and altruism, and motivates the team to achieve group goals. Thank you for listening.
Okay, Hudson. So what information did you need that you couldn't find?
So I hope that I found more information about the individualist side, but I found a lot more information about the collectivist side. And I was trying to find more information about how a team of high-quality players that were individualists couldn't match up against a team that was mainly collectivist, but I had a hard time finding research or any articles that were explaining that.
Okay. And then finally, how is your conclusion and conversation with research sources that you looked at?
So I had many sources that talked about trust propensity, uncertainty avoidance, motivation towards team goals, task performance, selflessness, and altruism, and these all tied in with my main argument that a collectivist mindset on a soccer team would increase peace and unity on the team, promote selflessness and altruism, and motivate the team as a whole to achieve collective goals.
Okay, thank you. Six minutes, 8 seconds.